Am I the asshole for being willing to divorce my wife because she's become friends with the brother that bullied me my whole life? I, 32 male, have a complicated relationship with my brother Dean, 33 male. He's the only sibling that I have, and most people assume that we should be close. But he's bullied me for most of our lives. I've given him some chances over the years, but he's never grown up or stopped. There were people in my life who brushed it off as teasing and siblings getting under each other's skin. He'd make fun of me for not being athletic like him, and he'd call me a loser for it. He'd say that I looked like a fat kid running, when actually I was really skinny as a kid. He would say how fun it would be to trip me up. He'd start laughing at me if I did anything like exercise. Our parents had cameras around, and he would try to take pictures of me and say that he would spread them around school. I had stomach issues as a kid, and he would tell his friends that I crapped my pants a lot and then spread it around school. There were a few occasions during school where he would loudly ask me why I was sitting in my crapped pants and why didn't I wear pull-ups or something. This is supposed to be your brother? A year older than you? Damn. If I ever had friends over as a teenager, Dean would bring up how I used to go in my pants a lot and try to humiliate me with other embarrassing stories. He did the same thing when I brought home my first girlfriend in college. For a few years, he'd taunt me and say that he slept with my ex the time that I brought her home. He'd say that I would die a virgin and no girl would actually want to be with me because I was too weird and too much of a fucking nerd. Why? What is his obsession with you? That fucking sucks. I'm already leaning towards not the asshole, but I want to see how your wife ends up a part of this. But no, hell no. Your brother fucking sucks, dude. I never went home during college because of this, and I told my parents that I wasn't going to let him continue to treat me like that. I see now that they never did their best by me, and they let Dean get away with a lot. They never took sides, but that meant saying nothing while he treated me like shit and tried to humiliate me. That's taking a side. By not saying anything, they are allowing the person that's doing you wrong to continue to do you wrong. They're not telling that person that what the fuck they're doing is wrong. They're not giving that person any type of consequences. They chose Dean's side. By not doing anything, they picked a side. Sometimes they tell me that he was maturing, and I would try to go home, but realize he didn't mature. He still hasn't, and I've given him another chance even more recently. That brings me to my wife. We've been together for 6 years, married for 4, and we have 2 kids together. She knows my history with Dean and told me that I deserved better. But then she met Dean at my parents' house, sat through him doing the same shit, which made me insist that we leave early. Then she started talking to him online and became actual friends with him. No, that's why. Why? So you guys went to dinner at your parents' house. She witnessed firsthand, not you relaying a story to her, firsthand, she witnessed how your brother treats you, how he tries to humiliate you and embarrass you in front of any and fucking everybody that's around, and thought, once we get home, I'm going to reach out to him and we're going to talk online and become friends. Your wife's a bitch. They text, make plans, and it hurts me so much. She told me that I don't get to police her relationships and how she thinks it's good for them to connect because he has kids with his wife and we have 2, and the kids deserve to know each other. Fuck all of that. Fuck all of that, because if you are a trash ass person, I'm not going to put it past you that you're not raising your fucking kids to be just as trash as you are. And I'm not going to give your children the opportunity to make mine feel bad for any fucking thing. So no, until you can show me that you can be a better fucking human, your children will never have access to my kids. Oh fucking well, bro. Your wife, tell her to come outside. I just want to talk to her. Just a little bit. She also told me they have stuff in common and they make good friends. I told her, given how he treats me, I would have expected her to stay as far from him as she can. I said that it hurts she's become friends with him. She said when she met him, it was just different, and he's an ass to me, but not a bad guy overall. So he's a great guy. So him being an asshole to my husband means that I can be great friends with him. Sir, I'm going to look at you deep in your fucking eyes, and I want you to look back. Your wife is going to cheat on you with your brother, if she hasn't done it already. I'm sorry to be the person to have to tell you this, but there's no fucking way in hell. There's no way in hell I'm going to become good friends with someone that goes out of their way to hurt the man that I have chosen to spend my life with. My husband. I have been with you for 6 years, married to you for 4. I have given you 2 children. There's no fucking way in hell I'm going to become friends with the one person that has made it their job to make you miserable. No, your wife is cheating on you. I told my wife that I didn't like it, and we needed therapy together to talk through all of this because our marriage couldn't survive if she insisted on staying friends with him. She asked if I'd really consider divorcing her over her friendship with my brother. I said yes. Bitch, are you fucking kidding me? It's the fact that she's completely blowing off his treatment of you. She witnessed that shit firsthand and is telling you, well, he's only an asshole to you, but to me, he's great. So I don't see what your problem is. And you're seriously fucking wondering if he would be willing to end his marriage to you. This man has made everything about his life fucking miserable. I told my wife that she's stabbing me in the back with the choices she's making. She told me that I was crazy and controlling and told her family, who think I'm selfish for even considering tearing my family apart over this. You're not the one doing it. She is. She is choosing to be friends with your brother over not being friends with your fucking brother to make sure her husband is comfortable. You're not the one tearing anything apart. Your wife is telling you that her being friends with your brother is way more important than how comfortable you are with the fucking relationship. Out of all the motherfuckers in the world that she could have chosen to be friends with, she had to pick the person, the one person in the world that causes you misery. Sir, your wife doesn't like you. Not at all. My own friends and two of my cousins who know the score and agree that my brother is a huge ass to me think my wife is wrong and that it's understandable if I can't stay with her because of this. But I know this is a huge thing and it will hurt my kids. I also know I've questioned whether my wife and Dean are having an affair. I've read some of the messages and they don't seem flirty and most of their plans are online. But even if it's just a friendship, it does feel like a betrayal to me. Am I the asshole for considering divorce over this? No. You're not the asshole for considering divorcing your wife because of this. And it's not because of her fucking friendship. It's the fact that she knows more than anybody else exactly how you feel about the way that your brother has treated you over the years. She knows this is your wife. This is your confidant. This is your best friend, the one person in the world who knows you through and through. She knows better than anybody exactly how this fucking affects you. And she's completely blowing it off. It's not important to her because he's nice to her. None of what you've gone through and what you are continuing to go through and what you will continue to go through fucking matters because he's a great guy to me. Your wife fucking sucks, sir, and I am so sorry. Unfortunately, in my opinion, I feel like your marriage is over. I don't think that your marriage can come back from this because your wife knew more than anybody how your brother's treatment affected you. She knew more than anyone exactly how you felt about the way that your brother treated you, and she chose to become friends with him. And when you expressed that you were bothered by it, her reaction is to tell you that you can't, one, police her friendships and that you're being controlling and selfish. I feel like people who use policing friendships as defense, they only do it because they know exactly what the fuck they're doing is wrong. Your wife fucking sucks. Like, she doesn't even give a damn about the fact that she's witnessed with her own fucking eyes the behavior of your brother. But because he's nice to her, that's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. She is giving your brother more ammunition to use against you. You thought your wife was going to be on your side? Think again. That's my best friend. She laughs about you when you're not around. She doesn't even fucking care. She does not fucking care. Your wife 100% was a bully. Or she's still a fucking bully. No. Nah, baby, you're not wrong. And this sucks so fucking much. Yeah, this is going to be something different. It's going to be hard and it's going to be painful. It's going to be different for you and your children. But just imagine how much more toxic your household is going to be when your wife starts cracking these jokes. When your wife brings that shit into your safe space because she finds that shit funny and he's nice to her and she really just thought it was a joke. Nah, baby, your house is going to be so much more toxic with the resentment that you're going to be holding on to. No, do what you need to do because this shit is not healthy. Eventually, you will find the woman for you. You're going to find a woman that's going to look at your brother and get a nasty taste in her mouth because she's going to see him for the vile human being that he is. Your current wife is not her. Her job as your wife is to protect you, to want to protect you from anybody in your life, including your fucking family, not jump next to them and join the fucking party. Absolutely not, babe. I am so sorry and you deserve so much better. Am I the asshole for secretly recording my professor making sexist remarks and getting him fired? No, not at all. I, 26 male, am in my final year of university, and I had a professor, Dr. R, who always made weird, borderline inappropriate comments. At first, I thought he was just old-fashioned, but over time, I realized he was blatantly sexist. It started subtly. He would call on male students more often and dismiss female students' answers as lucky guesses. But as the semester went on, his comments became worse. He once said in class, women just aren't as naturally gifted in logic-based subjects. And another time, when a girl asked a question, he laughed and said, if female students spent less time worrying about their looks and more time studying, maybe they'd get better grades. No, you're not the asshole. Because regardless of how he feels about women versus men, these same women paid their motherfucking coins to be there, and they deserve to have a fucking teacher that's going to teach them and keep his fucking mouth shut and his comments to himself. Whenever we had a difficult topic, he'd smirk and say, this might be a little hard for the girls, but don't worry. Just smile at your lab partners and they'll help you out. Then one day he completely crossed the line. A girl in my class wore a tank top because it was hot outside. Nothing inappropriate, just normal summer wear. He paused the lecture and said, wow, dressing like that for extra credit? Bold strategy. Absolutely not. I immediately would have started recording his ass too, because what the fuck? The only reason he's so bold about it is because no one has brought up any fucking consequences for his speaking to these goddamn girls like this. This is why he's doing it. Hell no. Some people laughed awkwardly, but the girl looked mortified. She barely spoke for the rest of the class. That was when I decided to start recording. Over the next few weeks, I captured multiple instances of him making sexist comments. The worst was when he joked that women should focus on easier fields because STEM was too stressful for them. That one really pissed me off because there were girls in the class working their asses off, and he was acting like they didn't belong there. I compiled everything I had and submitted it anonymously to the university's disciplinary committee. They launched an investigation, and within a month, Dr. R was fired. Some of my classmates, mostly the guys, are pissed at me. They say that I ruined a man's career over a few jokes, and that I should have just ignored him. But a lot of the female students have thanked me, saying they've been uncomfortable in his class for years. So am I the asshole for recording my professor and getting him fired? Absolutely not, baby. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. The school agreed with you. If they would have disagreed with you, this man would not have been fired. They agreed that what the fuck he was doing was discrimination, absolutely inappropriate, and there was no place for it in what was supposed to be an education environment. No, you're not wrong. The only reason your male classmates are upset is because that easy pass is no longer available to them. They now have to work just as hard, if not twice as hard, as their female classmates to prove themselves. They're bad. I'm not going to pass up the opportunity to give you your snaps because you deserve every last one of them, because you did something that a lot of men fail to do. You seen that women were being treated differently, and you acknowledged that it was not right, and you chose to take action and do something about it. You did not choose to turn a blind eye to. You didn't awkwardly laugh and enable the behavior. You didn't just blatantly ignore it and pretend it wasn't happening because it didn't affect you. You knew that it was wrong. You knew it was wrong, and you knew that something had to be done about it, and you did something about it. Thank you for speaking up on behalf of your female classmates. The way I spent the last 10 minutes of my life digging through these comments, because the only question that I genuinely had was, if you submitted it anonymously, how did everybody find out that it was you? And after 10 minutes of looking and time I will never get back, I found the answer. OP's response to someone asking, with you submitting it anonymously, how did people know it was you? Their response was, my best friend was cursing the person who got him fired in front of me. I told him that it was me. He told this to everyone around. So they thought it was somebody else. And his best friend was like verbally attacking that person. And he told him like it wasn't them, it was me. And the person ran around telling any and everybody that they fucking could. So the real asshole in this situation is OP's best friend. Am I the asshole for telling my friend that I was done inviting her to parties? I, 22 female, throw a lot of dinner parties, like a ton. I love to cook, so I'm always putting food on the table. And I'm a pretty good chef, I'd say. One of my friends comes to all of my parties. The problem is she takes all the leftovers. All the leftovers? I swear to God, every single time there's a scrap left, she takes it. I appreciate that she doesn't want to waste food. That's not the problem. The problem is I want some leftovers too. I told her when we were eating this time, hey, don't take the leftovers, okay? She was like, yeah, it sounds good. Fast forward to the end of the party, and she took the goddamn leftovers. When I noticed later that night, I texted her, hey, if you can't stop taking the leftovers, I'm not going to invite you anymore. She said, okay, no, you're not the asshole. You told her what the fuck was gonna happen if she continued to take all the fucking leftovers. How selfish are you to go to someone's house that's hosting a dinner party and feel like it's okay to clean them out of all the food that's left over? Absolutely not. She would have had one opportunity to do that, and I would have shut that shit down. Girl, you can't come back because you like to take all the food and we eat leftovers over here. The next time she came over for a party, I reminded her when we were eating not to take the leftovers. She said okay. When she was about to leave, I was sitting near the table, and guess what I seen? She was taking the leftovers. So I told her that if she couldn't listen to a boundary that I set, the clear consequence that I discussed with her was that she would not be invited to any more parties. She said that it wasn't fair that she couldn't have some. It's not some, bitch. You're taking everything. It's not that you just had some, and all of that, honestly, is null and fucking void because I told you no. It don't fucking matter what you think is fair. I don't give a damn how much is left. I told you no. She said that it wasn't fair that she couldn't have some, and she was only taking a bit this time. I'm not sure if that's true, but I told her that I didn't want her to take any. She said okay and put it back. Fast forward to the next time that I was hosting a party, she wasn't invited. Apparently, she found out through the grapevine. Makes sense, we do share quite a few friends. She got pissed as hell, saying that she put all the leftovers back and that I should have invited her again. I think she might be right. Am I the asshole? Where the fuck y'all be finding these people? No, you're not the asshole. You told her not once, not twice, but 3 separate fucking times not to take the leftovers before she put them back. This is a grown-ass goddamn woman. Why do you have to tell another adult more than one time not to take something that doesn't fucking belong to them? Where are y'all finding these people that think it's okay to take food from someone's house without permission? I don't give a damn, even if it's family. I go and I'm asking, so can I make a plate out of this to take home? Like, I ate already, but can I take a plate? Like, y'all don't ask people? What the fuck? Girl, no. Hell no. Girl, your friend is a goddamn thief. I don't give a fuck that she's only stealing rolls and chicken thighs. I don't give a damn. You're a fucking thief because I told you to stop taking this. You said, okay. I looked you in your fucking face 1, 2, 3 times and said, do not take the leftovers from my house. So what did you proceed to do? Then steal the goddamn leftovers. I've already expressed to you multiple times that I don't want you to fucking take them. But because the stealing only went as far as the table and not out the front door, I should allow you to come back into my home? Girl, get the fuck out of here. No, you can't come back. You cannot come back to my house, bitch, because you don't fucking listen very well. You don't listen well.